hard to not get on camera here. I know. I know. I'm just saying I've got a little bit of a string. Oh, with the big string.
Yeah. I was putting it here, and that's right in the middle.
And they got theirs over. Is that theirs over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I saw that. So this is actually probably the better side to be on. Well, Jackets fans, minute and 30 seconds remaining in warm-up time as the Jackets prepare to take on Buffalo Sabres in the semifinals here for the MLK invite. Jackets did secure the #1 seed, obviously, with the 3 wins in pool play. So they are taking on the #4 seed, but have to beat them in order to make it to the finals. Man down. Jackets are ready to roll here as McInhill takes the face-off, slides to the Sullivan side. Sullivan able to play it in, but onto the stick of Buffalo. Buffalo trying to play it back. McInhill using the body to keep the puck in. That one's going to slide behind the net. Buffalo going to be able to clear this one out. Pass to the center is going to slip to Douse. Douse playing it forwards for Sullivan, or for Svensson again. Comes back onto the stick of Buffalo, though. Buffalo loops it around behind their own net. She's going to lose an edge. Secondary player going to be able to pick that up. LaRoche knocks it off the stick, but Buffalo recovering. Picked up now by Thomas, and it's going to be on to Dar. Dar trying to muscle this one through the zone. Looking for an angle. She gets into the corner, waiting for support. Trying to loop it around the boards. And Jackets are going to have a 2-on-1 here. Buffalo going to look for the shot. Takes the shot into a couple shots into Shorman. One into the side of the net. One of the players goes down, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty upcoming against Vogelsang. Buffalo has pulled their goaltender, and As soon as, there we are. So Jackets are going to get the penalty here. So Jackets going to have to kill a penalty off here, minute 30, 13:37 in the game, so. First shift for these defenders is going to be starting with a man down. So McInhill will have to take the face off. She tries to get that tied up underneath. Buffalo going to clear it up to the defender. Send it to the top of the circles, looking for a shot, gets to the middle. Jackets looking to defend it, able to get that one clear, and it's going to come off with a stick with LaRoche. LaRoche able to get that one out of the net. And Buffalo regrouping down in their own zone, looking for the cross-ice pass. That one's going to slide all the way down onto Shorman, and we're going to get a cover. So we'll get an offensive zone face-off here. Minute left in the penalty. So we're switching it out. We've got Flaherty and Ori now, along with Dowse and Dar. Buffalo gets it up, taking it to the dot, trying to take a shot, goes into the legs of Dar. Buffalo trying to drop it now. Dar's now going to pick it up. She's got Ori trying to hit the cross-ice pass. Might slide down. Looks like it's going to slide long enough for an icing. So Jacket's going to get an icing call on him, but 42 seconds left on the penalty, so 50% of it is killed off. 12:48 now. Flaherty now takes the face-off, picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo trying to play it back. The defender ends up just dropping into the corner. Dowse now able to separate the man from the puck, trying to play it back and around. Gets her stick a little tied up, but able to get it over to the corner. Buffalo going to pick it up at the point, drops it back down. Again, Buffalo to the middle, tries for the tip, and slides over the crease. Again, Buffalo trying to get this one up, catches it at the blue line, looking for another opportunity here. Buffalo drops it to the top of the circle, pulled off the puck by Ori. Again to the front, crossing pass can't connect, tied up by Dar, and that one comes to the middle, and Dowse is going to clear that down. Penalty is over, and Jackets will have a fresh start here in the defensive zone. McInhill, Sullivan, Svensson, along with Gutschall and Mullet. Pulled out by Sullivan. Sullivan sends it forward to Svensson. Svensson hits it off the skates, able to play it through, looking for the shot, and she scores! Svensson and Sullivan strike again, and the Jackets are going to take a one-goal lead, 11:51 to go. So, going to redo that face-off here from center ice. Pumps up stone. McInhill slides over to the wall with Sullivan. Going to be picked up by Buffalo. They try to play it forward. Get it a little tied up. Picked up by Mullet in the neutral zone. She's looking for an option. Sends it up forward to Svensson. Svensson looking for another shot opportunity. Sends it over to Sullivan. Can't quite complete the pass. Jackets do a good job holding it deep in the zone for the D to change, though. And Svensson going to loop it around the board as she goes for her own change. Sullivan now going to try to hold this in the zone, but Jackets going to let Buffalo cross into neutral territory, not working her way into the corner as she looks for the front of the net, sends one in off of the pads. Jackets able to clear it. Coming out is LaRoche. She gets to the red line, chucks it in, and she's going to try to be the first to this puck. LaRoche putting on the Jets. Looking for a passing opportunity. She's going to lose an edge. Going to, I think, draw a penalty on that. So Jackets are going to have a penalty power play upcoming if they can hold on to this puck, but okay. So Jackets, their first power play of the game, 10:52. in the first. Katie, Sullivan, Svensson, along with Dar and Douse. Puck goes down. Mackinac going to lose an edge, but Jacket's able to feed it up to Douse. Douse going to dance the blue line, looking for an option, sends it back down to Svensson, or Sullivan. Sullivan gets jumped on and gonna get it back to Dar, looking to work her way toward the net. Dar had Svensson, can't quite complete it. And Buffalo gonna try to clear it out, but a nice catch at the blue line by Douse. Douse sends it over to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to send one in for the redirect. Back up to Douse it goes. Douse was looking for Sullivan, but intercepted, and now Jacket's able to get it back. Douse trying to send it over to Dar. Dar sends it up to McEnhoe. McEnhoe over to Douse, but slips off the stick, and Buffalo able to play it in. McEnhoe trying to send it forward, but Buffalo again reading the passing lane and able to push their way toward the Jackets net. Picked up by Buffalo behind there. Dar gonna meet her on the sideboards, pull the puck out. Dar trying to punch it past. She's able to get it through, and Dar's gonna try to put on the Jets. Make it, she goes in, and she's got Sullivan with her, or Svensson with her. Makes a shot, not able to go. Now picked up by Vogelsang. Vogelsang gonna make her way into the offensive zone. Into the corner she goes, passes back to LaRoche. LaRoche trying to hit the middle. Couple of players in there. Now picked up by Flaherty. Flaherty sends it over to Ori. Ori trying to hit LaRoche at the top. She sends it up to Myers. Myers got some traffic on her, just trying to toss it toward the front of the net. Ori now sends it up to Vogelsang. Vogelsang gonna send a bouncing puck in, bouncing, goes toward the front, hits off the goaltender. Still loose. Flaherty and Ori back behind the net looking for it. It's going to be Ori who comes away with it. Or Flaherty, I mean. It's a little long way to see arm numbers. Now it's going to be on the stick of Ori. She sends it over to LaRoche. Penalty is over, by the way, folks. So we are back to full strength on Buffalo's side. Buffalo trying to work their way out. Nice catch there at the blue line by Vogelsang. Now Myers is going to take it from the defensive zone, get to the red line, chuck that in, and turn tail as Jackets are trying to catch that on. Mullet going to catch that puck, send it over to Gutschall. Gutschall sends it forward to Olsgaard. Going to be picked up by Buffalo. Olsgaard trying to pull it back here. Buffalo, though, now going to come out and across the blue line. Nice touch there by... and Buffalo's going to score top shelf. Not sure how they ended up in a 2-on-1 there, but so tying it up at 7:55. Going to go down to McEnhill. Sullivan and Svensson out there, along with Dar and Douse. Puck comes forward, played into the zone. Douse is going to go after it. She picks it up behind the Jackets net, trying to play it forward. Comes up to McEnhill. McEnhill gets it up to Svensson. Svensson going to lose an edge. Not going to be a penalty. Played forward, but picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo sends it forward again. Onto the stick of Dar, though. Dar sends it back to Douse. Douse up to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to keep it on the stick, but can't quite manage and able to throw it into the zone. Svensson trying to pull it back. McEnhill playing it over to Sullivan. And it looks like Jackets are going to get another power play opportunity here as Sullivan went down in the corner. So Jackets are going to have Vogelsang, Myers, Flaherty, Ori, and LaRoche out here as your first power play. Puck goes down, slides over to the wall. Ori fighting for it, has her stick tied up. She's able to get it, takes it behind the net, looking for her option, sends it back over to Flaherty. Now she's going to send it up to LaRoche. LaRoche up to Myers. Myers looking for her option, sends it over to Vogelsang. Vogelsang going to try to send it back to Myers, a little off target, and it's going to slide into neutral territory, but Myers able to collect. Myers looking for her option. She's got a man on her back, sends it over to Vogelsang. Vogelsang trying to send it up to Ori. Ori's going to be able to enter the zone, tries to chuck it around the defender and chase after it herself. Can't quite maintain possession, but Vogelsang in there to try to help out. She's going to go down as Buffalo able to pull that one out. They send it looping around the boards, but LaRoche there to try to grab it. She sends it up to Meyer. Meyer sends in a shot from the blue line. Again, comes to the middle, a shot by LaRoche, and oh man, still loose, but diving save by the goaltender, and Jackets will have 29 seconds left on this power play. Puck goes down, comes back to Douse, cross-ice pass, is going to leave the zone. Dar able to collect. She takes it back, looking at her options, and she's going to send that over to McInhill. McInhill looking forward to Svensson. Svensson enters the zone. She hits the brakes, takes a shot off the into the stick. Picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan trying to send it over to Dar. Dar grabs it, trying to send it back up, but hits the skate. And nice keep there by Douse at the blue line using her skate. Buffalo again trying to clear it, but right to Dar. Dar sends it over to McInhill. McInhill with the backhand in, and we'll get a cover. 5:16 to go in the period. So Jackets going to have face-off taken by Kohlhaas. LaRoche out there with her, along with Gutschall. Gutschall gets the puck played past her, and Mullet able to collect behind the Jackets net. She hits the brakes, looking for some real estate, sends it over to the LaRoche-Gutschall side. LaRoche tries to play it past her on the boards. Gutschall loses it, comes off, but Gutschall able to pick it back up. She plays it up to LaRoche. LaRoche trying to play it past the defender. Can't quite punch it out, comes back. Still behind you. And picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo with a loop around. She comes into the zone hard, punched off. Puck player behind Shoreman, and not sure if that's legal. Gonna come back now. Gutschall looking for it. Get there, Lainey! Pulled out by Kohlhaas. She tries to give it a big old whack, but caught by a dangerous catch there. And Jackets able to clear that one out. Picked up by Myers. Myers sends it around the back of the net. Picked up by Vogelsang. She's going to try to send a shot on, gets deflected. And now Olsgaard heading into the corner. Jackets looking to keep this in the zone. Picked up by Meyer. Meyer sends a puck flying in behind the back of the net. Jackets getting a little bunched up here. Buffalo able to clear, but right to the stick of Vogelsang. Vogelsang sends it over for Olsgaard. Olsgaard enters the zone, sends one in toward the goaltender, but it is eaten up, and we'll get a whistle. 3:31. I'm going to go down to McInhill, Svensson, and Sullivan out. Jawsendar as well. Puck goes down. McInhill tied up. Puck to the middle, and almost cleared by Buffalo, but picked up by Sullivan. Puck still loose. Svensson trying to pick it up, looking for the wraparound. Goaltender closes it up, looking for the other side. Puck still loose, picked up by Sullivan. She sends one to the front, and we finally get a cover after a little bit of dirtiness there in front of the net. Not dirty, scrappy, I should say. All clean play. So we'll just go ahead and rinse and repeat that one. Puck goes down again. McInhill tries to get it over to Sullivan. Sullivan gets it to Svensson. Svensson with a one-time shot, but right into the glove it goes. Puck goes down. Buffalo tries to clear it, sends it back to Dar. Dar looking for the middle. Comes to the stick of Buffalo. Buffalo able to clear it up and able to get this one out, and they get her past everybody. Svensson trying to make the back, and Shorman able to clear that with the leg pad, but puck still loose. Jackets looking for possession here. Goes up to the blue liner. She drops it back down into the corner. Blues pick it up again. Couple girls lose an edge, but it's going to come out on the stick of Sullivan. Sullivan going to take it down. She's got Svensson with her. Looking to get to the middle. Tries to take a shot, and she scores! Sullivan Svensson able to strike again there as they take it down and go top shelf on them. 2:32 to play. Puck goes down, picked up by Buffalo. They try to send it to the side. Going to go to Mullet. Mullet taking it behind the back of her net. Trying to play it up to Thomas. Gets tied up there. A lot of traffic. Buffalo going to be the ones to pull it away. Kohlhaas trying to sweep it off the stick. She does, but Buffalo picks it right back up. Now we're going to get a penalty called on Kohlhaas as Jacket's got to touch this puck now. And there's the, we're going to get a penalty on, looks like Kohlhaas. So Jackets will get a penalty kill here. LaRoche, McInhill, Mullet, Gutshaw going to go out for the penalty cone. Puck goes down. Mullet trying to clear it out. Gets stuck up in the skates. Able to get it over to McInhill. McInhill gets it over to LaRoche. LaRoche able to clear it out of the zone. Buffalo trying to turn this corner back around quickly. They come into the zone. Gutshaw trying to lock her into the corner. Drop pass goes up toward the McInhill side. Buffalo, no possession. Now they pick it back up, send it up to the blue liner. Jackets looking to push her off. Shot comes in off the mask. McInhill tries to give it a swat. Goes in, but now off the body. Jackets coming back, or Buffalo coming back in. And send it toward the front, cleared out. Buffalo, though, picks it right back up, looking for the backhand, sends it toward the side. So the front of the net popped away by Dar, into the corner by Ori. Ori going to send it looping around. Flaherty going to pick it up to be able to clear it out. She sends that one down the ice. It looks like it's going to have enough to ice all the way, and it does. So 22 seconds left. Jackets have on this penalty 55 seconds left in the period. Puck drops to McInhill. Picked up by Buffalo. They send it back to the blue line to blue line pass. She skates around a man, but it doesn't. Picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan going to try to take it down the ice. Got two back on her. She is able to play it all the way to the wall, though. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty. Jackets trying to spring her while they still have possession in the offensive zone, and Jackets will. Jackets back to 5. Still have possession. Picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo trying to clear it out. Sullivan losing an edge. McInhill in there to help. That one's going to come up the wall, and it's going to be picked up by Buffalo. 17 seconds remaining. She heads to the edge. Dar able to play it off the stick. Buffalo picking it back up, but onto the stick of Douse. He tries to clear it out, but again, right shot comes in and do it on time. So Jackets win period number 1, 2-1, and we will be back for period number 2 in 60 seconds. All set for period number 2 here. Mackinhill going to take your face off, I imagine. Along with Darce, Sullivan, Svensson, and Douse. Picked up by Dar. Tries to play it forward. Buffalo grabs it. Dar gonna snag it back, but Buffalo just bouncing puck, and it picked up by Svensson. Svensson going to play it deep into the zone. Sullivan racing after for it. She plays it back to Svensson. Tied up in the corner, but 2 men, and Dow's going to try to drop low on the boards to keep this possession, and Buffalo going to give that one a shuffleboard pass. Not going to be enough to ice. They're waving it off anyway, actually. And picked up by Dar. Dar trying to grab it. Going to come out from behind the back of the net. And she's looking for her own shuffleboard, able to grab that, get that into the zone. Buffalo quickly grabs it back, but Dow's there to try to get this. A couple of girls go down, and we're going to get a call here as Vogelsang and one of the Buffalo players need some contact there. Looks like she's going to be okay, but just whistle there for cautions. So Colehouse going to take the face-off along with Clark and LaRoche. Puck goes down, played forward and into Buffalo zone, but Buffalo going to be first to the puck. They try to turn it quickly around, and Buffalo going to move toward the Jackets net. Shot comes in, and she scores top shelf. Kind of identical to the first one there, honestly. Puck gonna go down, picked up by Vogelsang. Vogelsang tries to get forward, picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo tries to beat a man, but able to be knocked away by Svensson. Buffalo collects in their own zone, D to D pass, trying to clear it out. They send one up the boards. Not gonna have enough to ice. Vogelsang picks it up behind the Jackets net. Gets herself worked into the corner. It's gonna be on the stick of Meyer now. Myers tries to play it to the middle, almost gives it up in the middle of the ice, but able to recover, and Jackets play it down into Buffalo territory. Buffalo trying to play it through, but picked up by Mackinhill. Mackinhill trying to get this into the zone. I thought that was offsides, but luckily there's no review. Vogelsang collects in neutral territory. Jackets trying to get in. Bird just kind of getting abused here. Svensson and Sullivan now both on the ice. Comes to the middle though, and that's gonna sneak to Buffalo. Buffalo's gonna send 3 attackers down. They get to the top of the circle, take a shot, deflected by Douse. Buffalo sends it back up to the blue line. Nice move there by Svensson to try to clear it. Buffalo sends it to the middle, takes a shot. And now Dar are gonna be able to get that one up. Racing to the puck is Sullivan. Sullivan trying to grab that puck back. Not going to be an icing, but Buffalo able to quickly clear this one free. Buffalo coming down as they cross the neutral zone. Take a shot, gets off the body of Dar. Mullet now has it on her stick. She's going to take it out across the ice. Looking for Thomas. Buffalo again tries to take a shot, defended nicely by Shorman. Tries to send it to the middle. Hits the skates of Dar. Jackets trying to get this one played down the ice. Buffalo going to collect it in their own zone. Picks up Buffalo trying to come toward the net. Picked up by Olsgaard. Olsgaard trying to clear this out. He's able to get it to Ori. Ori plays it past the defender, trying to race there. It's going to be picked up by Buffalo, but Ori able to collect it back, trying to send it up to Meyer. Buffalo putting in the effort. Jackets a little bunched up again. As Buffalo going to be able to pull this one out. Beats the defender, takes a shot, and Shorman able to come up and grab that one. Puck drops. McEnroe able to clear it out of the zone. Buffalo with it in neutral territory. Svensson and Sullivan both attacking on it. Buffalo going to lose an edge. Jackets got to flee. Jackets send that one bouncing back toward the net. Buffalo picks it up, loses an edge, tries to send it to the front to McInhill. And Jackets. Buffalo going to get this one out. Dar with it on the stick. She heads down across the blue line, but gets it knocked off the stick at the last moment. Buffalo now going to work their way back the opposite direction. Buffalo takes a shot up and over the net. McInhill back to retrieve it. Buffalo drops it down into the corner. Jackets with a nice clearing opportunity, gets it over to Clark. Clark looking for LaRoche. LaRoche going to bring it into the zone, takes a shot, goes behind the net. Kohlhaas able to keep possession here. Jackets in the front, and almost an opportunity there as Sabres goaltender gobbles it up. Let's go, Jackets! Puck goes down to Kohlhaas, trying to send it over to Clark. Clark comes up to the blue line. Gutschall taking a shot. Trying to keep this in here, but Buffalo going to come out with it. Buffalo now trying to take it across into Jackets territory, getting worked into the corner. Mullet doing a nice job with the body, sends it up to LaRoche. That one is going to sneak out of the zone. Olsgaard being the forechecker on that, trying to get possession. Now it's going to come to Mullet. Mullet tries to make a move on it. Another shot goes off of Shorman. Puck comes up to the blue line. Another shot goes in, hits a body. Picked up by Ori. Ori behind the back of the net, sends it over toward Gutschall. Gutschall trying to get possession here. She's going to pick it up, tries to send it forward, but gets caught up. Gutschall again going to try to pick it up, looking for an option. She changes directions and sends it up to Ori. Nice exit pass to Ori, and Ori now looking for her way across the blue line. She's going to come into the zone, waiting for some reinforcements here, I think. Ori hitting the brakes, sends it over to Flaherty. Flaherty looking for the front of the net to Sullivan, but going to be snatched up by Buffalo. Rockets trying to dig this puck out here. Picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan sends it up to Vogelsang. Vogelsang going to send it in back into Sullivan. Sullivan almost with the opportunity for the tip there. Puck going to pop up to Meyer. Meyer's just going to send it into the opposite corner. Sullivan going to come out and send it over to Svensson. And Jackets trying to maintain this, almost able to, and that one's going to come right on target there to Shoreman. Vogelsang going to grab it from her. Try to take it down. She's going to lose an edge. Svensson there to play it a little bit forward. Actually, looks like it's going to be a call on. So tripping call on Buffalo. So Jackets going to get another power play opportunity here. McInhill, Svensson, Sullivan, Dowse, and Dar. Puck goes down, comes over to Sullivan. She tries to maintain possession. Almost knocked off the stick, comes up to Dowse. Dowse trying to drop it into Dar, but Buffalo going to come away with it. Jackets able to grab possession back. McInhill sends it over to Svensson. Svensson looking for an opportunity. Tries to take a shot into a body. Svensson picks it back up. Sends it over to Sullivan. Sullivan up to Dowse. Dowse back down to Sullivan. Sullivan back up to Dowse. She's looking for a shot. Sends one in low. Nice shot, just wide, a little bit wide. McInhill going to try to send one in low. Picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan with a shot into the net. Net is dislodged, and there's an injured player. So and there's the whistle. So 6:22 to go in the second period. 43 seconds to go in the power play. Jackets are tied up at 2. That comes over to Sullivan. Dowse looking for a shot. Comes to the middle. Can't quite control it. Bouncing puck. Comes up to McInhill. Able to save that. Dropping it back down to Sullivan. Sullivan looking to dig that one out, but Buffalo going to pick it up behind the net. Picked up by Svensson, though. Svensson trying to muscle it. Shot by Sullivan and covered by goaltender, but it's going to be waved off. That one was already whistled. So, Jackets, 18 seconds left on the penalty. Going to send out second unit here. 5:56 to go in the second period. Puck goes down. Picked up by Ori. Olsgaard going to try to help dig that out. Olsgaard comes away with it. She's got Flaherty in the middle. Going to go ahead and send it up to Myers. Myers looking for Vogelsang. Bounces off the stick, though, and going to slide behind the net. Ori now going to try to pick that back up. Buffalo back to full strength. Ori sends one over to Flaherty. Jackets trying to clear this out, but it's going to slip through, and it's going to be a one-on-one for Meyer. Plays it nicely and able to prevent it. Buffalo, though, going to enter the zone again. Knocked away nicely by Flaherty. Bouncing puck, and now Jackets are going to get a penalty here. looks like Olsgaard is going to be going into the box for tripping. So Mullet, Gutschall, LaRoche, McInhill going out on the PK. Puck goes down, comes over to Mullet. Mullet going to try to send it back behind the back of the net. Mullet getting a little bit loaded on here. Mullet going to get that out, and she's going to play that up and forward, trying to get that out of the zone. She's able to. Buffalo going to try to regroup here. Buffalo now plays it forward. Gutschall going to try to touch it and get it clear. Buffalo looking for possession here, and bouncing puck stuck underneath her. Going to send it back to the blue liner. She sends that down to the red line, skating it up to the top of the circle, looking for the shot, sends it low, bounces off some legs, going to slide to McInhill. McInhill able to clear it out. McInhill going to forecheck on that. Buffalo are going to try to regroup here. Buffalo sending it forward. She's going to lose an edge, not able to collect, but Buffalo now is going to bring it in. She's going to take a shot, goes high, and we're going to get a whistle for I don't know what happened. Maybe it went into the netting. Did it go into the netting? Must have gone into the netting. Either way, 32 seconds remaining on the penalty, 4:06 remaining in the period. Jackets tied up at 2. Puck on the slide to Douse. Douse hits the brakes, looking for her opportunity. Kicks it to herself, sends it up to Ori, but it's going to get caught at the blue line by Buffalo. Again, though, slides back down to Dar. Dar again going to try to exit with Ori, but again caught at the blue line. Kind of feel like I'm repeating myself here. Goes to Dar. Dar going to shuffle it around to Douse. Douse back to Dar, but gets caught up, and Buffalo looks like they're going to come away with it. 4 seconds remaining on the penalty. Buffalo looking for a lane toward the front of the net. Takes a shot. Comes off of her, and now Ori able to hit Olsgaard. Olsgaard trying to be the first in this puck, able to play it past the defender. Olsgaard now again able to pick that up. She gets tied up. Ori in to help her out. Jacket's going to change up some men. Ladies. Olsgaard now able to peel that out, trying to get it to the front to McInhill, and we'll get a cover there by Buffalo. 3:10 to go in the second. McInhill, Sullivan, Svensson, Dar, and Vogelsang and Myers. Shot comes in, goes off the legs of the goaltender, picked up by Buffalo on the sidewall. Buffalo trying to play it out. McInhill trying to stop her there at the blue line, can't quite stop her, and Buffalo going to take it into Jackets territory, but caught up at the blue line by Sullivan. Jackets trying to play it out. Buffalo gives it one last ditch effort to send it behind the back of the Jackets net. Jackets trying to play this one out, able to get it clear, but no possession. As Buffalo tries to turn it back around. Jackets looking for this puck, and finally they are going to get it to Svensson. Svensson now going to try to bring this into the zone. She's got Sullivan in the middle. Svensson trying to make a move on it, can't quite do it, and we'll get a cover. So Thomas, LaRoche, Kohlhaus, Gutschall, Mullet out here to take this face off. Puck goes down. Fighting for it is LaRoche. Picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo looking for an outlet pass. LaRoche trying to fight it off the stick. Thomas in there to dig it out. Kind of bunched up again. Buffalo going to work their way out. Coming out across the blue line. Laney trying to work her way through. Buffalo going to toss it into the corner. Mullet going to be first to that puck. As Jackets send it, Buffalo picking it back up. They try to send it up to the blue liner. Thomas trying to attack there. Puck's still bouncing. Buffalo going to come away with it. Got knocked off by Mullet again. Up to the top of the point. LaRoche trying to get this one free. It's going to be loose though, and that one is finally going to come out of the zone. Buffalo regrouping, though, to try to send this back in, and Buffalo going to come in across the line. Gets to the top of the circles, looking for the shooting opportunity. Taken off the puck by Gutschall. That one gets thrown around the back of the net. Mullet looking for it. She sends it up to LaRoche. LaRoche looking for Olsgaard, but the touch kind of doesn't leave, but LaRoche able to play that one into the zone now. Jackets going to change out a few. Olsgaard putting in the work to fight for the possession until reinforcements arrive. Picked up by Flaherty. Flaherty sends it back to Olsgaard. Olsgaard has had Ori in the front, but she's got Douse. Douse with the shot. Dahl with the shot. Neither are able to find the back of the net. Douse now dropping low. She's going to slide around behind the back of the boards. Looking for her opportunity. She sends it over to Flaherty. Flaherty looking for another shot. Can't quite saddle it. Buffalo going to pull it away. Ori now with it pinned in the corner. Buffalo comes off the boards with it. Sullivan trying to grab it back along with Dar. But Buffalo going to be able to play it past the defender. That's going to slide down the ice. Not going to be an icing call. Douse forced to collect. Douse going to come down, send it up to Svensson. Able to touch it and bump it in. Svensson and Sullivan both trying to grab possession back, but Buffalo trying to clear it. Nice send by Vogelsang. Jackets looking for possession. Picked up by Svensson. She tries to send it toward the front of the net, possibly out of gas here, and that'll do it for period number 2. Final period here, and this will determine it all. May as well be 0-0 as Jackets are all tied up. Svensson pulls it from the pile, tries to send it to the front, picked up by Sullivan. Slides to the corner, McInhill in there to try to grab it back. Picked up by Buffalo, though. Buffalo tries to play it out, picked up by Dar, but Buffalo is going to come out with it. Douse and Dar head back. Buffalo has 3. Take a shot into the legs of Douse. Douse plays it behind the back of the net over towards Sullivan. Sullivan trying to fight for possessions. She's going to pull it out, hand it to Dar. Dar looking to slide it up the boards, but Buffalo able to grab it, but Sullivan is going to come away with it, plays it past the defender. Everybody kind of losing an edge here. Buffalo trying to work their way back the opposite direction. Myers in from the bench, able to make contact with that high in the zone. And Myers going to get a nice old shove in the back. Puck bounces toward the net, picked up by Dar. Dar sends it up to LaRoche. LaRoche plays it forward to Clark. And Kohlhaas able to get a piece of it. Jackets trying to play this puck forward, but Buffalo is bringing the fire here. Comes down to Vogelsang. Vogelsang's going to pick it up, takes it behind the back of her own net, playing it forward to LaRoche. LaRoche going to slip through, and Buffalo going to be able to retrieve it and neutral ice. Clark trying to fight her way for it as Jackets change their other 2 forwards. Jackets able to trying to grab possession here. Slides over to Myers. Myers going to play it forward. That's going to be an icing call. So we'll go down in, or we'll get an offensive zone face, or defensive zone face up here. 13-12 remaining. So Gutschall, Flaherty, Flaherty, Olsgaard, Ori, Mullet, Gutschall. Puck goes down, gonna come up to the blue liner. She drops it down into the corner. Gutschall makes some contact with it, trying to pop it up. It's gonna come back to Gutschall. She's gonna take it behind the back of her net, gets caught up, able to get it over and trying to send it to Mullet. Can't quite make the contact there. Comes to the front. Nice move there by Ori to dispossess. Trying to get this up. Flaherty trying to muscle it out, but caught by Buffalo at the top of the circle, top of the blue line. Buffalo now trying to fight their way back in, and Olsgaard gets a piece of it. Trying to clear this out. Can't quite, though, and it's going to pounce toward the middle again. Jackets trying to fight for this. Comes over to Gutschall. Gutschall trying to play it back to Mullet. Mullet going to bounce it over to Olsgaard. Olsgaard able to get it out, and we're going to get a whistle for a penalty here on Buffalo. So Jackets going to get another power play opportunity here. Puck goes down to McInhill, tied up underneath with Svensson and Sullivan. Can't quite pull it out. Gonna pop back to Douse. Douse looking for a lane. She's got a lot of traffic on her. Gonna lose possession here, and Buffalo are gonna come away with it. They're gonna have a one-on-one opportunity. Nice recovery by Dar to get back for that. Dar now looking to pass that forward. She's got Svensson. Svensson tries to move it past traffic, plays it forward, but she gets all kinds of tied up, and Jackets though able to maintain the zone. Not for long though. Back to Douse. Douse heads behind the back of the net. Plays it forward, looking for Sullivan, but Buffalo gonna play it off. No.
Passed it.
Top line is looking a little gassed here late in this fourth game. McInhill, Sullivan, Svensson, Douse and Dar gets tied up underneath. Sullivan fighting for possession, tries to play it forward, gonna pop back to the stick of Douse. Douse gets to the blue line, gonna toss it in, and out of play. McInhill picks it up, plays it forward to Svensson. Jackets trying to play it forward, and that's going to be offsides on Jackets. Jackets going to switch things up here. Going to send out Ori, LaRoche, and Flaherty along with Vogelsang and Myers. Puck goes down. Going to slide back to Myers. Buffalo able to play it through. Comes to Vogelsang. Vogelsang playing it back the other way. Comes up to LaRoche. LaRoche looking for Ori. Pass is not quite connecting. And Buffalo going to send that one down, not on target. We're going to get an icing. Puck drops to Flaherty, able to play it back to Myers. Myers going to drop it back down to LaRoche. LaRoche trying to get it to Myers, but Buffalo going to come away with it. Able to play it past, able to get past the defender. Takes a shot off of Shorman. Sullivan able to play it out to Ori. Ori now going to try to bring it in, but she's got 4 on her as Jackets are going to change. Buffalo going to try to play it out of the zone, looking for an exit here. Nice keep there by Thomas. Thomas again playing it around the defender as shot comes in from Kohlhaas. Olsgaard now in. Picked up by Mullet. Mullet going to toss it toward the front of the net. Hits the body of Thomas. Almost able to trickle, but it's going to come back to Gutschall. Gutschall trying to play it around the body. Buffalo now coming in across again. Kohlhaas working her way into the corner. Maybe picked up by Gutschall. Gutschall sends it forward to Thomas. Thomas able to play it past the defender. Loses it off the stick, but picked up by Olsgaard. Olsgaard looking for her opportunity. She's going to hold on to this while Jackets change. Passes it over to McInhill. McInhill looking for the front, but loses it off the stick, and Buffalo going to grab possession back. Svensson now able to grab that puck. She and McInhill head into the zone. She's got Sullivan with her. Svensson loses it. It's going to be McInhill who picks it up in the corner. McInhill and Svensson both trying to fight for this. Svensson comes away with it, looking for a shot. Secondary shot, and we get a cover by Sabres goaltender. 9-13. Puck goes down to McInhill, tied up underneath. It's going to be pulled out by the Sabres. Sabres try to play it forward, but onto the stick of Douse. Douse going to play it back in. Quickly played out again by the Sabres. Lots of bouncing pucks here at this time of the game. Sullivan trying to make a pass toward the net. She's going to go down. So hop back up and comes back up to Dar. Loses it off the stick. Almost able to keep it in the zone. Slide back in, picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan's going to go down hard. Jackets Buffalo trying to bring this one in across. Flaherty making contact high in the zone. Flaherty now fighting for the puck. Lots of bodies hitting the ground here. I don't know if it's bad ice or what. It's a pretty physical game. Dar picks it up, trying to send it forward to Olsgaard. Able to get it out of the zone. And Buffalo looking to send it back the other way. Buffalo now looking to come up the middle, goes to the stick of Vogelsang. Vogelsang going to be the first in line. She's going to take this one into the zone, loses it off the stick though. Trying to grab possession back in her stick, all kinds of held up. And Clark comes away with it. And Buffalo going to be able to play that out. Picked up by Laney, Gutschall, and Vogelsang trying to send it forward, but caught. And going to be a penalty call here on so hooking call, it looks like, on Vogelsang. Jackets are going to have McInhill, LaRoche, Gutschall, and Mullet out here. Picked up by Mullet. She's going to take it around the back of the net. Hits the brakes, sends it over to McInhill. McInhill trying to get this one out. Gets tied up. Pulled off the boards by Buffalo. Buffalo now looking to attack. Comes towards the middle. McInhill, though, going to try to race to this boards. Comes over towards the Gutschall side. Gutschall going to pick it up. She gives it a whack toward LaRoche. LaRoche trying to clear it out. Buffalo picks it back up, though. Looking for an opportunity. Sends it up to the top of the circle. Going to try to drop that down and eaten up by Shorman. $6:59 now to go. 57 seconds left on the penalty. Puck goes down. Dar gonna pull it off into the corner. She's getting all tied up. Trying to pop it out to Flaherty. Buffalo sends it to the top of the circles. Pumps around one man. Shot. Puck still loose. Somehow able to pull it out as the Jackets. And Capri's going to go down, and we're going to get another penalty here now on Buffalo for holding. Lots of penalties this game. So Jackets are going to be even strength here for even strength 4-on-4. For 33 seconds, and then they'll have a minute of 5-on-4 advantage. Puck goes down to Dar. Dar taking the center roll. Gonna slide up. Myers trying to make contact. She's able to keep it deep in the zone, but Buffalo going to pick it up. Douse now dropping low on the boards to try to keep the play alive. Sullivan pulling it off, sends it toward the front. Not able to complete it. She loses an edge. Comes out to the middle of the ice. It's going to be Douse back to collect. Douse looking to send it forward, able to go right through the legs and send it up to Sullivan. Sullivan, though, has got 2 on her. She's got Dar in the middle of the net, takes a shot, bounced it off of the goaltender behind there. Sullivan trying to pick up her own puck. Looking for the front to Svensson. Comes back to Myers. Myers is going to pop it down back toward Sullivan and Svensson. Svensson now picking it up. She's looking for her options. Going to send it back to Sullivan. Sullivan going to try to maintain possession here, but seems to be a little sleepy, and we're going to get an icing. So, puck's gonna, 19 seconds left of power play. Puck's gonna drop to McInhill, Ori, and LaRoche out as her wings, along with Dar and Douse. Puck goes down, Dar collects at the blue line, looking for an opportunity. She dances her way, tosses it down to McInhill in the corner, backhanded toward the front, but Ori had lost an edge. Comes back up to Douse now. Douse sending it back down to McInhill. McInhill scooting around the edge of the boards, looking to try to get it to the front. Ori fighting and can't punch it in, and Buffalo back to full strength. Puck drops, comes back to Mullet. Mullet trying to fight for possession here. Almost able to get around her, but Mullet able to grab that puck back. Mullet looking for an opportunity, hits the brakes, trying to play it forward, gets it over to Clark. And it's pulled out of there by Flaherty. Flaherty and Kohlhaas trying to head down the ice. Flaherty playing it past the defender. She heads into the corner. Flaherty there first. Tied up in the corner with Clark and Flaherty. Kohlhaas pops out to both Buffalo. Kohlhaas going for it. And Jackets trying to pick that back up. Buffalo trying to get it out. Hits the stick of Kohlhaas. Kohlhaas hits Mullet. Mullet looking for an opportunity. She's going to drop it down into the corner. Not a shooting lane. Picked up again by Flaherty. Flaherty sends it back to Mullet. Mullet will drop it back into the corner to Kohlhaas. Into the front to Clark. But Jackets are... Buffalo going to be able to clear that out. Buffalo trying to play it in. And we're going to get a tripping penalty on Gutschall as... So Jackets are going to go on their penalty kill here. Douse, Dar, Sullivan, and McInhill. Puck goes down to Douse. 3:51 left in the game. Douse picks it up, trying to play it behind the back of the net for Dar. Picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo trying to play it up to the top of the circle. Dar now picking it up. She's going to try to clear it out of the zone. Able to get it out. Picked up, though, by Buffalo. Buffalo not going to work their way back in. Take a shot. Goes wide of the net. Buffalo, though, collects behind the back of the net. McInhill trying to defend. Comes up to the side. Comes off the hands of Shorman. McInhill trying to play that out. Able to get that one clear. Buffalo catches it before it ices, though, and Buffalo going to come back in hard. Buffalo looking for the front of the net. Hits the pads of Douse. Now it's going to be Buffalo again. Looking for an opportunity. Nice step there by Flaherty. Crosses the circle. Puck on a bounce to the middle. Douse trying to play it away from the defender. Buffalo trying for the middle again. Hits it, sticks, skates, and nice knock out of the air by Dar. Comes up to Svensson. Svensson trying to put it right on net, and she does. So not going to be an icing call. 17 seconds remaining in the penalty. Buffalo trying to move quickly. Comes in across neutral ice. And Liz is on edge on that. And LaRoche trying to make a play on it. Buffalo collects it again. Sends it to the top of the blue line. Going to take a shot in. Goes into Vogelsang. Hold off, though. And Shorman's going to cut a cover. A little pushing and shoving after the fact. Not going to be a call, though. Puck's going to drop to McInhill. Svensson and Sullivan out, along with Douse and Dar. 2:15 to play in the game. Picked up, fighting for it is Svensson. Svensson trying to pop it out, muscle her way through into the zones. Able to get it. McInhill keeps it at the blue line. A couple of bodies on the ground. Able to get it toward the front. Svensson trying to take a shot. Puck still loose, I think, tied up underneath. Sullivan in there to try to dig it out, but Sullivan, I think Svensson was getting late on there. Buffalo, though, going to collect it. Buffalo trying to sneak a man behind the defender. Sends one across ice, able to chip it, but Douse going to collect. Douse trying to play it out. Gets the stick of Dar. Dar trying to split the defenders, loses possession. Buffalo picking it back up, takes a shot, bounces off of Shorman, cleared aside by McInhill. That one's going to bounce around the back of the net. Douse trying to be the first to that puck, plays it past the defender. Buffalo going to grab it, though. As Buffalo comes in and across the line. Dar trying to work her into the corner, sends it to the front. Can't quite connect, but Buffalo sends it in again. To the corner again goes Dar. Dar trying to smooth her from the puck, along with Flaherty. 53 seconds remaining. Obviously lots of movement. Going to come away with Flaherty. Flaherty sends it over to Douse. Douse going to send it up and able to play it out. Going to be an icing, and into the Jacket zone it comes. 39 seconds. Let's go, Jackets! Looks like Jackets are going to use this opportunity to call a timeout here. Jacket's going to send out Flaherty, LaRoche, Fullhouse, Douse, and Dar. Douse going to take it down, 35 seconds remaining. Douse going to look for a shot, takes a shot, goes above the net, loses an edge in the process, pops back up to the blue line. Flaherty trying to keep it, but Buffalo going to try to do the same thing. Flaherty not able to knock it off the stick and can try to send it back the other way, but it's going to be an icing call, and 16 seconds remaining. McInhill, Sullivan, and Svensson going to try to do what they did last game. Douse and Dar back out as well.
Let's go!
Puck goes down to McInhill, picked up by Douse. 13 seconds, trying to get to the front of the net is Buffalo. Puck going to be tied up, and we'll get a cover. 9 seconds now, going to be tougher to get down all the way down the ice now for the Jackets and win in regulation. Puck goes down, Buffalo gets it back to the blue liner. Contact by Svensson, comes back up to the blue liner, can't quite settle it, but bouncing puck and almost covered, not quite, and that'll be time expired, so can't quite do it in regulation. I'm not sure what the rules are for the semifinals overtime, but obviously we got to pick a winner here. It looks like it's going to be 5 minutes overtime, followed by a shootout, I would imagine. 3-on-3 overtime, I would guess. Yep. So 3-on-3 overtime, it will be Sullivan, Dar, Douse going to be your first three out there against Buffalo. 5 minutes, and then I assume we head to the shootout. Puck goes down, tied up underneath. Buffalo going to come away with it. Sullivan fighting for possession. Buffalo sending it forward, bounces past the defender, and it's going to be an icing call. So Jackets are going to get this one in the offensive zone. 4:44 to go.
Bring it back!
Dar to take the face off. Goes down, tied up underneath, going to slide toward Buffalo's goaltender, and she's going to put a cover on it. Puck goes down. Douse fighting for possession in the corner. Buffalo going to come away with it. Buffalo now trying to pull this one all the way out of the zone. She's going to come through with some speed. Got Sullivan in front of her, tries to drop it, and there's going to be an offsides. Jacker's going to switch it up, going to send out Flaherty, Svensson, and Myers. Puck goes down, tied up underneath. Flaherty trying to play it forward. Buffalo picks it up. They're taking it back for us. Jacket's going to try to pull possession off here. Buffalo, though, working through with some speed. Buffalo now coming out across. They've got two attack on us. Take a shot, and gobbled up by Shoreman. 4:06 left. Jacket's going to quickly switch back to the Sullivan-Dar line. Sullivan, Dar, Douse back out on the ice. Is that your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. Puck goes down. Dar gonna grab it on her stick, try to take it across. She's got Svensson with her. Dar looking for an opportunity, takes a shot off the pads. Puck still loose though. Dow's trying to pick it back up. She's gonna send it over to Sullivan. Sullivan looking for possession, looking for the front, takes a shot. Puck still loose. Dar shoves it a tap. Again for Sullivan. Sullivan bounces off the crossbar. Buffalo looking for possession. They send that one horseshoeing around the net, picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan trying to get it up to Douse. Douse gets it to the blue line, gives it back to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to get it over to Dar. He's going to get to Dar. Dar going to send it up onto over the shoulder of the goaltender. Sullivan fighting for it again, and we're going to get a penalty that poor guy wasn't even watching. I don't know how he can call a penalty on it. But, I mean, I guess we'll take it. What's a penalty? 4-on-3? I believe we get a fourth skater. That's kind of embarrassing, but Jacket's going to get a man advantage 3-on-4 here. No, they got to send a third skater out. Oh, there they go. So Jackets with McInhill, Sullivan, Dar, and Myers. Puck goes down to McInhill, picked up by Myers. Myers looking for a lane, trying to get through traffic. She's going to get back behind the net. Jackets looking for an opportunity. Myers hits the brakes. She's got some passing opportunities. She sends it over to McInhill. McInhill tries to send it in low, goes off some legs. Comes back to Dar. Dar sending it over to Sullivan. Sullivan gonna send it back to Dar. Dar looking for an option here, trying to send it to McInhill. Can't quite get it to go. 2:37 to play. Dar looking to send it over to McInhill again. McInhill gonna pick it up, send it up to Myers. Myers looking for a lane, loses it off the stick, trying to keep it back, can't quite keep it in the zone. Able to grab possession though and send it over to Dar. 44 seconds left in the penalty. Jackets send it forward again to Sullivan. Can't quite keep it on the stick, and she's gonna go down. Buffalo now moving back the other way, and had a line to the net it looked like, but just kind of ran out of gas there. 2:06 to play, 27 seconds left in the penalty, and Svensson's gonna come on the ice. Svensson's got Sullivan with her. She heads in and across the line, tries to play it past the defender, but loses it. Crossing pass can't be quite picked up as Douse coming back on the ice defending. Picked up by Douse now behind the back of the Jackets net. She's going to hit the brakes. And I don't know how you get the fourth skater off. I think you just have to wait until a stoppage. That just doesn't seem fair. Body's down, including the referee, but it's going to be Kohlhaas who pulls it out. Kohlhaas going to bring it in across the line, turns it toward the net, and it'll be right into the breadbasket. Minute 18 to go in overtime. Sullivan, McInhill, Dar out here. Back to 3-on-3 for the last minute 18. Puck goes down. McInhill sends it to the corner, trying to tie it up. Picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo takes it with some speed behind the back of the net. Sullivan trying to pull her off of it, but Buffalo going to have a two-man attack here. Buffalo coming in across on the Jackets. Nicely defended there by Dar. Dar picking it back up. She's got McInhill on the boards. She's going to try to send it over to her, but gets it picked up by Buffalo. Buffalo, McInhill able to grab it back, ship it into the zone. Jackets look absolutely gassed here. Buffalo picks it back up, sends it up to Dar, and Buffalo gonna break it through. 38 seconds remaining, gonna take the shot, defended by Shorman. And now Jackets able to feed it up to Sullivan. Sullivan, one man to beat. Can't quite get around her. Able to pick it back up, takes a shot off the goaltender. Puck still loose, comes to Flaherty. Puck still to Svensson. Svensson again. And Sullivan gonna pick herself up and look for her opportunity. Trying to fight toward the net, can't quite grab it. Gonna pop up to Flaherty. Flaherty trying to keep possession, able to jump it back into the zone. Douse now in off the bench, 5 seconds remaining. Take a shot, and that'll do it for overtime. We're gonna go to a shootout now. Maybe,
Shootout?
I don't like this game. So shootout it comes, 3 shooters, best of 3. Jackets will take the first, Buffalo will take the first shot against Shoremen. And here they come. And right into the gloves. Jackets save number 1. Dar out to take number 2. Dar now to take shootout attempt number 1 for the Jackets. And goes high. No right now. Buffalo sends out shooter number 2. Buffalo picks up the puck. Sharman comes out, drags the toe, shot, and right into the breadbasket. Jackets will send out shooter number 2. It's going to be Sullivan. Sullivan picks it up. Takes a shot and off the goaltender. It's 0-0 still. 3rd shooter for Buffalo. And she scores. Jackets have to score here as they send out their 3rd shooter to take it to sudden death. Here comes Svensson, ready to take the 3rd and final shootout attempt. Jackets are going to fall to the Sabres in a shootout. That will do it for the Beanpot.